It's blowing pretty hard out of the southeast, and that's why we're here, to get out of this wind. We're heading south and we definitely don't want any southerly. I want some northerly weather. Well, we don't wear skimpy bikinis. Hell, it frightens me when I take my shirt off. There's definitely no one pregnant here. This is motor sailing for old dudes. We do live on a boat, and we do cruise extensively along the Australian coast. Join us and visit some great destinations. Learn how to look after a boat and live off grid. It might even get you enthused to do the same thing. Hey, stay out there till you can't. The wind's supposed to go round to the north on Thursday, but the swells will still be moderate from the south, so I'm not really sure whether I'm going to get out and head south on that, or whether I'm going to wait until probably Saturday, when it'll be a bit nicer with the wind and the swells going with each other. It's only about a 7 or 8 hour trip down to Port Stephens. That'll be my next destination. Maybe I'll look at it. We've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday with all northerly weather, so I could probably get down to Broughton Island and then maybe down to Lake Macquarie after that, Swansea Bar. Anyhow, we'll keep looking at the weather and make a decision tomorrow or the next day. Pretty comfy here though, it's a good spot, plenty of shops and plenty to do. Must be a fishing show. They've got some better camera gear on there than I've got, but I'm just going to sit here and watch them for a while and see how many fish they actually catch. Looks pretty good on TV, but let's see how they go. We've been fishing for nearly an hour now and all we've caught's the bottom twice. There they go, no fish. Well, what do after all those endless hours on board when there's nothing to do? I pull the old guitar out and play a bit of a tune, of course. It's a little one I borrowed from Bob Dylan and changed it round a bit to suit the southern hemisphere. Heading up the north to the land of pine, coming my way to North Forster Tuncurry. Out on the highway and I pray to God I see the headlights.
VMR Forster, this is Peggy-Anne, Peggy-Anne 190 route.
Yeah, Marine Rescue Forster, this is Peggy-Anne. We're just leaving the harbour. We're headed for Broughton Island and just wonder if we go on your log, please, over.
Peggy-Anne, this is Marine Rescue Forster. Yes, we can put you on. You're going to Broughton Island. Registration again, please. Over.
Yeah, Romeo, it's Foxtrot Bravo 014 Quebec, over. So here's the bar. It's looking all right this morning. Shouldn't have too much trouble sneaking out over there. In about 7 hours and we're down at Broughton Island. Well, it's not too bad out here. A little bit sloppy, but not really that bad. Hopefully the wind gets up a little bit soon and we'll be able to get a bit of sail out and steady the motion down a bit. We left Forster Tuncurry this morning. Bar was nice and easy, and we've got about 7 hours to get down to Broughton Island. Should be good there. We'll get into Esmeralda Cove, I think, and hold up there for a while. And yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to go from there to Nelson Bay. It's only a short trip, maybe. Yeah, work it out from there. Anyhow, pleasant day to be out at sea. So here's the deal. The wind gen you can see on the roof there, that gives me a bit of an idea whether I'm going to sail or not. So if the wind gets up, that'll point into the wind, so I know where the wind's coming from, and if it's turning, I know that there's enough wind there to get the sail out. But at the moment, it's not doing any of that, so you can see that the wind is very light. And there's not much sense getting the sail out just at the moment. Well, we eventually got a bit of sail out and decided that the weather was so good we were going to head to Port Stephens. So we let VMR know that we were headed that way. Another 2 hours on the trip. Once we got into Nelson Bay, I thought we were going to head over to Jimmy's Beach and anchor up there. Oh well, another change of plan. We had a bit of a look over at Jimmy's Beach. Be alright, but it's pretty shoaly over there. We've come across the Shoal Bay. The wind's getting in here a bit, but not much swell, and it's supposed to go round to the southeast in the morning, so that'll be bringing it over the top of the land. So we'll be in a lee here, and we've picked up a mooring, which is good, and we've got shops and a few things to look at here. So we'll go and have a look at the town of Shoal Bay, I guess. but it should be pretty comfy here tonight. The northerly's puffing a bit, it's supposed to drop off later on and then go round to the south. Anyway, that was a good trip, enjoyed every bit of that, and a little bit of motor sailing, and yeah, tied up to a mooring for the night. Doesn't get any better than that. First morning in Port Stephens. It was a pleasant night last night, but the forecast is all over the place. Sunday we're supposed to get 43 degrees, which is going to be a scorcher, and it'll be a hot northerly blowing. So we've got a southeaster blowing at the moment. It's quite sheltered here, but by this afternoon that's going to go round to the north and get pretty strong by the end of the weekend. So we're going to look for somewhere on the other side of Port Stephens to get us out of the wind. What I might do this morning, I've just cleaned the boat up a bit, done some vacuuming and a bit of a clean up, had some brekkie. I might head ashore and see what's over here, and then this afternoon we'll shoot over the other side and see what's over there. Always looking for somewhere to hide out of the wind, it seems. So these are the fellas that service all the moorings around here, so you always feel pretty safe being on a public mooring because you know they're getting service pretty regularly. Well, these are the shops at Shoal Bay. You've got an IGA, little coffee shop, cafe, and newsagent. And there's a grog shop here as well, bottle shop as well. So, good spot to resupply a little bit, I suppose. You can get odds and sods. We'll get across the bay and hopefully get in the lee of the other side there and hopefully pick up a mooring again. Well, just set up the mooring, got a mooring over here at Winda Whopper. It looks like a lovely beach. We're going to have to go for a bit of a walk in a minute and just explore a bit. Big sand dune out the back there. But we'll have a bit of a look around here. First time I've been to Winda Whopper. It's on the northern side of Nelson Bay or Port Stephens, and it should get us out of the northerly breeze that's coming this afternoon. So, mightn't be too bad here. We'll give it a try anyway. Well, I must admit it is good to be out walking on a beach again, and this is a beautiful beach at Whopper or whatever they call it. I can never remember the name, but it's a great beach, not many people on it, and good shelter out of a northerly. It's blowing from the south at the moment, but not too strongly, and it's okay, but when it goes around the north I think we should get some pretty good protection here. Anyhow, put this one down on the one of the better beaches list, I guess. And the water's really warm, so if we get a 43 degree day over the weekend, I'll be definitely having a bit of a swim, I think. But yeah, the water's clean and I'd say it's over 20 degrees, quite warm, it's beautiful. Huge sand dune here. I don't know whether it's a natural thing or whether it's been built, maybe from dredging or something like that. But pretty big dune. I'd say by just looking at the pipes, it's dredge tailings, where they've dredged somewhere, and this is where they've stored the sand. Nice big pile of sand though. Saturday and all the rivs are out. Well, it's a bit of a weird looking morning. The forecast is for 41 degrees today, so it's going to be very hot. But after that, I think we're going to get what they call in New South Wales a southerly buster. So it's going to be a really strong wind change from the south. So we've got to look for somewhere out of that. And I'm thinking I might just head up to Fame Cove. It's a little bolt hole here in Nelson Bay. And a few moorings in there. If we can snag a mooring, that'd be good. But it's pretty good anchoring too. So we might slip up there and tuck ourselves away for this weather change. This is Fame Cove. It's a really secure little bolt hole. And looks like there's a mooring available in there, so that's great. Well, let's go and have a little explore what's up the end of Fame Cove here. There's a little bit of a waterway running up past the moorings, so I'll have a bit of a look, eh? Not only no cyclones, but you come up little mangrove creeks like this and no crocs. It's a lot different than cruising in Queensland, especially in northern Queensland. I think this is about the limit of navigation. It's getting very shallow here, so it might be a bit of a creek that runs up in front of us there, but on a falling tide I'm not really going to push it much further. So we'll head back. Well, it's damn hot. 39 degrees and the wind's blowing up around 30 knots. Coming out of the west pretty well, maybe a bit of north in it, but out of northwest blowing in here a bit. But I'm prepared to hang on here because the change is coming through around about 7 tonight, they reckon. And it'll be coming over the hill there, so we'll be well sheltered from the southerly. Should be interesting. I think I might have to have a swim. This looks like the change coming. Doesn't look like it's going to be a real buster though, but at least it's going to pull the temperature down a bit. 41 degrees at the moment. Here comes the change. Temperature just dropped by about 5 degrees, and the wind I think is swinging around to the south. Well, it's a lot different day to day. Bit cool actually. Yeah, 41 yesterday and probably about 18 this morning, but the wind's gone, that's good. And I'm just going to drop the mooring here and head back over to Shoal Bay. I've got a mate that I'm catching up with over there, and he wants to feature me on a radio show, so we'll go over and do that. Well, this looks like a pretty good spot. I haven't picked up a mooring this time. I've dropped the pick. I've got right up in the corner, which gets us out of the swells and out of the wind a bit, and we'll probably stay here for a few days. If I pick up a mooring, I like to do the right thing and only use it for 24 hours. Sometimes you can stretch it a little bit, but yeah, I don't like to hog them too much. Happens a bit. But we'll be pretty cosy in the corner here, I think, on the pick.
Yeah. Sound check, 1 2 1 2.
So here we are setting up for the wireless show.
Yeah.
I've just got to put these cans on because it makes me feel more at home.
Yeah. Do you want me to take that off?
No, just makes me look good. No, not doing it, I'm not even plugged in.
We have on the line our fortnightly guests, the Castaways. Hello, Johnny and Jen. How are you?
Morning.
Hello, 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 Jim and Tom and listeners.
Yep. Good, yeah.
I haven't seen Normie for what, 15 years?
Yeah.
Normie lives on his boat, which is something that Jan and I will be doing very soon, probably in the next year or two. And yeah, he just goes up and down the east coast on his boat, having a great old time. And we've been following him on Facebook and YouTube, which we'll go into shortly. And he's here with us now.
Well, welcome, Norm. How are you?
Not bad, thanks guys. Yeah, always good when I'm on the boat. Well, it's unbelievably windy. It's puffing about 30 knots, I reckon. I just looked at the forecast, it says it's 7 knots, but that's at Williamstown OAAF base. It's a lot more than 7 knots here, it's up around 30. I've just up anchored and I've come over and tied up to the mooring because we were dragging it a little bit, and if this hangs on till tonight I just won't feel comfortable with the wind blowing in here like this. Really I should head across the other side of the bay, but it'd be uncomfortable getting over there now, and it's going around to the south again tomorrow, so it'll be good here. But yeah, it's I'm glad I'm on the boat in this weather. It's really puffy. Anyhow, good old Port Stephens, always windy every time I'm here. All you do is hide out of the wind. By the radar, looks like we're going to get a bit of a storm, a bit of lightning and thunder coming in, and probably a bit of rain, so I've set up to catch a bit of water. We'll try and catch a bit. If we get a bit of heavy rain, we should be able to fill our tanks up. Fantastic.